This game could use some, like, night vision goggles, just saying. Can you do... Okay. I was gonna say that maybe one of these days I'll go around the whole map, like, literally every inch, and then I was thinking to myself, oh, that'd be cool to, like, show my friends that, but then I also don't want to spoil them on the entire map, so... Then I was like, can I remove bosses from the map? And you can. That was my whole thought process, thank you. Also, random thing to talk about, but since we're just chilling and having a grand old time, let's talk about it. There's some people, some really lovely people, uploading, old Toonami and, like, different, like, older TV station, like, runtimes is the best way I can describe it, where, they'll upload, like, everything with, like, all the commercials with everything onto YouTube. And it's really cool, because it's, like, a time capsule into, like, the early 2000s, 1990s kind of stuff. And I've been seeing that a lot, and I've been watching some of it. But it's so fun, because I miss the old, like... TV is different now, and it's you know, different, better, good... whatever have you, you know, whether you like TV now or not, but I miss something that I miss from old TV is when we could when we had those, like, events, you know, like on TV where it's like, you know, go online and vote for which show you want to see, you know, on Sunday or something like just some, like, weird events that, like, they would do. Like, they did I think it was Fox Kids or something like that, did a Digimon Super Bowl event for some reason, where they had, like, the Digidestin talking about, like, the Super Bowl and shit like that. Like, I just miss, like, the weird shit that used to happen on TV that like, will never happen again. I do want to catch things here. We do have 17 of the green spheres, because I think green is probably for these guys here. Oop. Oop. Oh, God. The knocked. That sounded so much fun. Yeah, like, just the random stuff on TV back in the day. They just did whatever they felt like they could to, like, get people to watch TV. And it was fun. It was just, like, a lot of creative ideas. And I miss that, man. I've also kind of... I also kind of miss having to make it, like... Not having to make decisions on what I watched. Like, usually... And this is for better and for worse, because I like... Oh, God. I like both versions now, where... Back in the day, you used to not be able to decide what you were going to watch, right? It was like, either you watch what's on TV or you don't watch anything. And, I really, really liked that. Because sometimes I don't know what I want to watch. But, also, sometimes I want to watch and binge a show. And... I don't want to have to wait for that, so I also... It's like it's a catch-22 situation there. Yeah. And also, classic commercials are just so fun as well. Seeing like classic Burger King commercials and classic like Pokemon commercials is so good. Can we do it? Can we get the Pyron? Yeah. Let's do actually 2 hits. I enjoyed having no choice when watching TV and waiting for the new episode every week. It was just fun, right? You know, it was just like it was something to look forward to. And I still feel the excited to see the new episode because, you know, things still sometimes upload episodically, except for Netflix, which really just focuses on binging stuff, which is kind of annoying as well, especially for like anime that gets released, you know, weekly, and then like they still haven't fucking released the new Pokemon. They have Pokemon released in like England and like Europe, in the UK, but they don't have the English Pokemon released on Netflix because they're waiting for like a bunch of the episodes so they can upload like a bunch all at once. It's just really annoying. But besides that, yeah, I enjoyed just sitting and getting excited. I enjoyed, and I also enjoy not doing this too, right? Like sometimes you can enjoy things and then also enjoy not having to do that anymore. But I enjoyed when I was a kid waking up super early on like Saturday or Sunday to watch cartoons and having to like get up super early because I was so excited to watch Dragon Ball Z. Or watch Pokemon and stuff like that on TV, because on Saturday it was always like early mornings for us. I honestly would get so excited to watch cartoons on Saturday that I would wake up and the like infomercial channel would still be on, and I would watch that in excitement, just waiting for like, dude, I wonder what Goku's gonna do today, you know? And then I'd watch the same like rerun episode and be hyped. I'll watch him fucking fight Goldo for the 18th time. Bring the season at once. Yeah, binging the season all at once takes the excitement out. I agree, but also disagree in the same time, because, like, I do both. Like, I love being like, oh, dude, I can't wait for the next episode, but I also love just sitting there and binging. Like, that's why I like One Piece right now, because One Piece, I know there's more episodes being made, but I'll just sit down, watch 10 One Piece episodes and move on, and then, like, watch 10 in a row, but then other shows I'm, like, really excited to get different stuff. Like I feel like streaming services have kind of killed a lot of industries, but it's also very convenient, so I appreciate it as well. Like I don't hate the concept of that. Infomercials slapped in a weird way. Yeah. I loved infomercials. That was Billy Mays, fucking Johnny Bahamas or something like that. I can't remember there's no other guy. There was the ShamWow guy. Phil Swift fucking knows, man. Vince Ofer. You have a hard time binging things I'm not really into. That's fair. What I've done actually is I've like got a bunch of shows and stuff that I really like, just shows that I love watching, and have watched multiple times already over and would watch again. And I made some code so that they would basically I try to simulate TV in a sense without the ads, I guess. But I oh, what? Blasmut as a boss, 49. Okay, we'll have to check that out. I tried to emulate TV and I wrote this code that will randomly select an episode or like a show and play the next episode in the sequence. So say in the beginning I have like Pokemon, right? We'll have Pokemon, Bakugan, and Yu-Gi-Oh, right? It could go Episode 1 of Pokemon, Episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh, Episode 1 of Bakugan, Episode 2 of Bakugan, Episode 3 of Bakugan, Episode 2 of Pokemon. You know, like randomly select the show, but then play the next episode in the sequential order in which I watch it. And I just love turning that on and just watching shows and being like, oh, what, like, I'm excited to see which show's gonna come up next. And I'll be like, and if like a show runs back to back, I'm like, oh, they're running like a Bakugan marathon. You know, I like, it's the simple things in life, man, that make it worth living. So it's just like, I'll get some popcorn and just chill and watch my shows, watch my like 10 different shows. I wanna, maybe I'll try and make like a code that's more user friendly to allow people to do that. I was gonna write a plugin for Netflix that allowed you to do that, but then I decided I'm just gonna do it with my own stuff, because right now it's very dirty code. I just like, whenever I want to add like an episode to the list, I go in and change the actual code, run the code again, and like update everything. So it's a little bit dirty, but it's cool. You know, I really enjoy it. Part of me has even almost considered downloading like commercials, but maybe I'm too psychotic to like input commercials into it. The old lady with her copperware and ramen recipes, I think I might know who that is. I actually think I might know that lady. Do we have Flanbell? Certainly not. But yeah, I really enjoy it, especially when I'm like in the mood to watch something but don't really want to watch anything particular, and it's all the shows that I already know I like. So probably could take another body shot. How are you shooting fire from the water? Water in the fire. Why? Shout out to Corone. Corone is the reason I am a dog VTuber. I was gonna be a VTuber at some point. I didn't know when, but Corone is the reason why I have dog ears. This is a beautiful location. I don't think we've caught enough Wixen either. No, we got 4. And ironic infomercials in between. Yeah, that could be funny. I honestly would love to set up the television channel, because I use HTML and CSS for it, and JavaScript. And I would love to set it up on like an actual website or like a server so I could like watch it anywhere, but I can't really do that because the stuff that I'm watching is copyrighted material that I've purchased. So I can't just take the copyrighted material and upload it, because then I would literally just be making a pirating site for myself. But I'm like, sometimes I wish. I have, I think if I can set up, I had a TeamViewer set up on my computer, and I had it on my phone. So I'm wondering if I could like set up TeamViewer so I could access my phone or my computer remotely with my phone, and then be able to watch my shows that way. TeamViewer is great when scammers aren't using it. It's actually a very cool thing. I wish they're like purchasing it was like, I wish I could just purchase TeamViewer and not have to like buy a subscription to it though. So I just use the free version. On a Plex server? Huh. Maybe. I know my friends use Plex. That's an interesting proposition, actually. I don't know how that would work. If I could run my code, like, with Plex through it. But that could be interesting. It could even be interesting to run, like, if I have them uploaded to Plex. run, because I could run the code on my phone. So I could, if I had like just the links to my Plex like library for it. Buy a $50 2001 old Dell laptop. Fair. I mean, like the thing is like I want it so I can access it anywhere, but I also don't want like legal troubles, you know? I'm not trying to like upload this to the internet so everyone can access it. I don't want people being like, you can't upload copyrighted material to the internet kind of thing. But that's an interesting proposal for sure. That boy is swimming into water. Handgun schematic. I'm only keeping legendary schematics at this point. Unless it's like an item that I don't have, like if it's if I get like a Palmetal helmet or something, like that I've never gotten a schematic of that's higher tier, then I might pick that up. But even then, I still feel like part of me was also thinking of running like a website that would be privately, like you could connect to privately. You'd probably need like some sort of login credentials for my family, because I was gonna go I have a way to like record my old VHSs on OBS so I can like digitally save my old VHSs. And my family wanted me to do that with our home videos. And I'm like, it'd be kind of neat if I had like a server or like some sort of online data thing for old like home movies, so like everyone in our family could access it at all times. Like basically Netflix, but for my family. But I don't know if I'd do that, because that, one, would take too much effort. Two, I already hate it when my grandfather asks me for computer advice. I don't want him to do that. But a file server, yeah, we could, like, something like that. Even, but it'd have to, the only thing is, I mean, I would probably have to keep hard copies of them in, like, a hard drive, because my dad doesn't like, my dad is slowly becoming a conspiracy theorist on everything, and he does not like Google, which, I mean, like, is fair. But he's like, I'm like, you could always, because he was like, we would need a hard drive to store old home movies. I'm like, yeah, or we could always, like, save it to, like, Google Drive or something if we really wanted to. And he's like, I don't want them having control of that. I'm like, okay, I don't think they give a shit, like, but I get it is dystopian future when the big brother takes over, they're gonna hold his memories hostage, and that's a scary thought for him. They already have all they need. Yeah, I'm like, I think that it's not a bad thing for you to dislike that, but it's also, like, your reasonings, I think, are a little bit, unwarranted. I think you don't need to make up reasons to hate them. I think you can just hate them for the things they actually do. You don't need to think of new reasons to not like them. I converted mine and my dad's whole DVD and Blu-ray library to a Plex server. Ooh, that's kind of cool, actually. My friends use Plex a lot, so I've been considering using Plex for some things, and you might have convinced me. Yeah, I've been trying to. I want to download my old VHSs or like, record them. I did one of the Pokemon movies, which was Mewtwo Returns, Mewtwo Strikes Back, or whatever. The second one with Mewtwo, which is a really good movie. And also, it was it's funny because it's funny because this is random, but there was a scene. I keep bringing this up whenever I talk about this movie, but there's a scene where, you know, like Nidoqueen, the Pokemon, it has baby Nidoqueens in it. Like, not Nidorenas, Nidorans. It's Nidoqueen, but smaller. And it's never really explained. My fan theory for it is it's because they're clones of Pokemon and not real Pokemon. But it's really funny, and they're really cute and really weird and cursed, kinda. Also, a random thought, because I was going through like this and I was digitizing DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. And I was like, I was at the library the other day, and I was looking through the DVD selection. I was like, whoa, they got a lot of really cool DVDs here. Man, I should like take some home and like download them. That would be kind of cool. And then I was thinking, wait, I don't think that's legal. I think that's called pirating. I didn't think about it because I've been buying DVDs at like Walmart and stuff, and then digitizing them for like to put on my phone and shit. And so I was just like, oh, I'll just do it like when I buy them. And I'm like, oh, but I'm not buying them from the library. I'm borrowing them. It was just a funny thought. It was mainly because I saw the third Pokemon movie and Jungle Fury for Power Rangers, which is arguably, debatably one of the best seasons ever. I don't know who's gonna argue with me, but they lose. Jungle Fury, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force, the OG, Samurai, so many good ones. Digitizing them is a gray area? Interesting. I mean, that's like a lot of things that everybody's always like, oh, you can get away with it because it's a gray area. It's like, okay, I mean, but I think it's sort of morally wrong, but also I don't know if I care. As they want to sell you on, you don't own the DVD, but you own a license to view on said DVD. Interesting. So like you own the license to view that, but I imagine it's still not allowed that way because it's your license would be revoked after you return it. But I guess I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting. If I could find Jungle Fury, man, I would buy it in a hot sec. Because I've only ever seen Power Rangers DVDs at one location that I'm around. There's probably like an actual like DVD store that would have them or something. But I found the one Dino Thunder DVD I found was at Shoppers. It's like a drugstore. I don't know if it's in America. I also hope that it's not only in my town for some reason, but I can't imagine so. But it had two DVDs, one of the newest Cosmic Fury season, and then Dino Thunder, which is my favorite all-time season personally. With RDJ as the Black Power Ranger. Big Corpse wants you to believe? Okay. Does that make DVDs an NFT? Like, kinda, I guess. I don't know. Kinda, I guess. I mean, I think that was sort of like what the concept for NFTs was, like to show that you have ownership of that item in the digital space, but then a bunch of idiots started playing around with it and doing stupid shit and making ugly monkeys. And wasting resources. Get away from me! Get away from me, you demon flames! Just get in the ball. Up. How's it going, Glitchy? We're just talking about DVDs, Blu-rays, VHSs, and everything that makes us feel old, like TV. I genuinely don't remember the last time I, like, watched TV. I think the last time I watched TV was when, I was, like, home alone one time and just wanted to have the TV on, and I sat down and watched Lego Batman. What the fuck was that? Nice. Oh, we almost did it. We almost did the clutch. Okay. Did you hear about Crunchyroll? I did, and it's stupid, and I hate Crunchyroll. Holy fuck. See, I was gonna say, I feel morally wrong when I, like, go to a library and just download the DVDs if I were to do that. I have never done that, by the way. Legitimately have never done that. I just thought about it recently. I haven't been in a library in years, but, Crunchyroll makes me just want to pirate every single anime I've ever watched, you know, like, like, Crunchyroll is a terrible service. They killed Funimation and then now doubled their price from like $50 to $100 a year. The only positive benefit out of them doing that is now anytime I'm at my friend's house who has Crunchyroll, anytime anything goes wrong in Crunchyroll, I can just say, bro, you paid $100 for this shit? That's my new strategy. Because I used to bug him about, like, Nintendo Switch Online and stuff. Whenever, like, we would lose connection, I'd be like, bro, you pay for this? Like, I would always make jokes with him. But now, online has, Nintendo Online has a little bit more, like, actual things you can get for doing it. So it's, like, a little bit more worth your money. But Crunchyroll, man, I am disappointed. I don't know about how you guys feel, but I'm disappointed in the Crunchyroll. I think it's just becoming, like, so... Like, I didn't like Funimation. Like, I also didn't like Funimation, but, like... Crunchyroll just, like, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I just... But I was just like, dude, that sucks. I don't like streaming services as a whole. I like them, but I hate them as well. Like, I like them because they're convenient, and and stuff like, you know, like, original shows on those streaming services is cool, but, like, overall, they suck, man. Hell no, you're not even overreacting? Because it's just stupid. Like, all streaming services are I think this is genuinely what I think. I think streaming services right now are just all stress testing what they can get away with. Because, like, Netflix is testing about, like, or tested if they could get away with removing, you know, the sharing passwords thing. Now everybody else is doing that. Now they're testing paid with ads. Paid with ads is the most frustrating shit ever. Like, whoever thought of that needs to get punched in the hardest, most weakest part of their fucking body. Because, like, Jesus Christ, that is the dumbest thing ever, to pay to have ads. Streaming is as expensive as cable. Yes, it has all just come around circle, you know? It has come full circle. Streaming services is just now as expensive as cable. It's stupid. And that's where I'm going to talk to you guys about today's sponsor that's not a sponsor, Tubi. Tubi. Tubi is a free streaming service that has some ads that's not actually even bad. Trust me, I've watched other streaming services with ads and they've been terrible. But this one's actually fucking good. They have some pretty decent movies. They had The Hunger Games on there for a bit. They have all the seasons of, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they have a lot of anime. A lot of old shows, Super Sentai stuff. They have Ultraman, and it's free. It's 100% free, and it's actually good. They have a lot of really bad movies, too. Which is, like, my cup of tea. Dude, I love the bad movies on Tubi. They also have a lot of Godzilla, like old Godzilla movies. They don't have the first one, though. The first one, I think, is on something else. They're bad in a hilarious way. They have the, Asylum. Asylum is the movie company that makes the really shitty movies. That are all, like... I wouldn't say they're ripoffs, necessarily, but they make the movies like Atlantic Rim instead of Pacific Rim, where it's like a play on something. Like they're referencing, like they're kind of ripoffs, but I would almost say they're not, because they're not good. You know, like usually when you try to rip off something, it's at least attempting to be good. Like it's attempting to take what they had, but even then they fail. But it's so good. But Atlantic Rim, I recommend. If anybody likes bad movies, I like Atlantic Rim. It was a very fun bad movie. I would not recommend Transmorphers. Transmorphers is a seizure-inducing, boring movie. There is also another movie, I can't remember the name, but it's about Nazis on the moon and dinosaurs. Also pretty good. There's a lot of really good bad movies.